news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Several business establishments such as cinemas, theme parks, video game arcades, and driving schools are set to resume operations tomorrow in areas under GCQ. But are implementers ready to enforce this new IATF policy? Reporting live from Davao City is Gemma Vansenia to give us more details. Gem.
Riza, beginning tomorrow, the National Task Force Against COVID-19 will be implementing more relaxed quarantine restrictions. But the Interior Department says the cooperation of the local officials on the new policies will be a challenge. In a virtual presser, DILG Undersecretary Epimako Densing said they are hoping local government units would follow the new IATF guidelines to avoid confusing the public. Metro Manila mayors have earlier said they are not in favor of opening business establishments such as cinemas and theme parks in areas under the General Community Quarantine or GCQ status. Some of the local executives reasoned out that while they agree with the need gradually reopen the economy, the COVID-19 spread remains a concern. Responding to this, Vincing said they are reviewing the policies to factor in the further transmission of the virus, particularly its more infectious variant. Vincing added that they are also enhancing healthcare system, which includes a directive for local emergency centers to be designated as vaccination sites. The Interior Department is optimistic to achieve its targets of vaccinating 50 to 70% of Filipinos to achieve herd immunity in the country. Visa USEC Densing also clarified that COVID-19 inoculation is not mandatory. Recall that recent surveys show that a number of Filipinos have certain preferences on COVID-19 vaccines. Visa?
Thank you, Gem. That was Gem Vansenia reporting live from Davao City. Meanwhile, prices of flowers and other products continue to increase on Valentine's Day. But some vendors over in the farmers market in Cubao, Quezon City still find it hard to turn a profit due to the higher cost of supplies. Shop owners say they are also reeling from the high prices of flowers from their suppliers in Baguio City. Despite this, flower shops continue to offer a variety of flowers that may cost as much as 3,800 pesos for a bouquet to 100 pesos for a single rose. This time last year, the government had yet to take in the full-scale impact of COVID-19, with officials even pushing for a nationwide mall sale to boost tourism. Now it's a different story, with shopping malls and retail stores trying to lure back business. How's it looking so far for this sector? Let's watch this. And we'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Lawmakers will be looking into the finances of the Social Security system. House Committee on Public Accounts Chairman Representative Jose Singson Jr. said the inquiry will determine weaknesses or excesses in the social insurance firm. The initial briefing is scheduled tomorrow, February 15. Recall that the SSS proposed a 13% hike in members' contributions this year, but the bill was passed allowing President Duterte to defer the rate increase, a move that the SSS said would lead to a 41 billion peso loss. Meanwhile, here are other stories from around the world. U.S. President Joe Biden says that despite Donald Trump's acquittal in the U.S. Capitol insurrection trial, the charges against him are not in dispute. Biden adds that the attack was a reminder that democracy is fragile. He also notes that Americans have a duty and responsibility to defend the truth and to defeat the lies. His statement comes just after or hours after the U.S. Senate voted 57-43 to acquit Trump in his second impeachment trial. At least 60 people were injured as hundreds of fuel vehicles exploded on the border of Iran and Afghanistan. Initial reports state that the blaze started after a gas tanker exploded, but officials later on retracted this and clarified that the cause was not yet clear. According to Reuters, the incident disrupted power supplies and caused millions of dollars in damage. And New Zealand has confirmed a fresh outbreak of COVID-19, the country's first since late January. Authorities say 3 new cases were recorded among a couple and their daughter in Auckland. The government of New Zealand is set to start inoculating its 5 million citizens against COVID-19 this month. Now, for more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.